The rise of the automobile in the early 20th century created an unprecedented demand for an affordable, tough, and impervious pavement. This need was met with the creation of hot mix asphalt pavement, which currently covers more than 2.5 million miles of roadway in America.
So the rise of the automobile led to more streets, more roads, which also led to more development, which led to more vehicles traveling. And when people travel, from point A to point B, wherever they're going, they usually park in a parking lot, right? Which that's an additional impervious surface because you need parking spaces to park in. So the rise of the vehicle has led to more roads, more streets, more parking lots.
Stormwater runoff occurs naturally during precipitation when the ground cannot absorb all of the rainfall. As the runoff flows over man-made surfaces, it accumulates debris, chemicals, sediment, and other pollutants that can drastically impact our environment.
Well, as cities begin to grow, we start seeing the influx of buildings and office space, and with those comes parking lots. And now new design codes are out there that require a facility or an office building to retain some of that water, whether it's rain runoff that's occurring on that facility or it had a history of coming through that area with a creek or a storm drain. They've got to maintain that. And so what they're doing is building retention ponds, adding additional piping or storage underground, a lot more concrete that eat away at our natural environment.
GrassGuard Grass Reinforcement Mesh by Industrial Fabrics Incorporated is paving the way for a new method of stabilization, one that uses the natural ground and adds a reinforcement layer to stabilize the surface, keeping the land the way it was meant to be.
GrassGuard is a grass reinforcement mesh. It's a plastic product that you roll out on top of grass. You allow the grass to grow through it, and the product itself becomes entrenched within the root structure. And by doing that, it helps stabilize the grass. So it helps strengthen the grass so vehicles can drive over it, vehicles can park on it. It helps in normal conditions, but also in wet conditions. By installing GrassGuard, you reduce your stormwater runoff, you reduce your heat island effect, and you also reduce your detention needs.
So in Louisiana, we've got a few different little projects that are here and there and range in all sizes, from a hairdresser to Angola Rodeo at the Angola Farm, to LSU's campus for tailgating, down to golf courses. And then we're here at Grand Isle for the Tarpon Rodeo, events that are held there 3 to 4 times a year. So that's where we're at, and that's what our goal is to reinforce, keep it green, and to keep that natural vegetation.
One of the major problems in government right now is that when a developer comes in to put in a new shopping center or an apartment complex or an office building, government requires that they hold their drainage runoff on site so that everyone else doesn't get flooded. Floods now are occurring every month, it seems. And the reason is that we've gone in and we've concreted the whole city. So a product like GrassGuard, it'll absorb water instead of allowing that water to run off into the drainage system. One of the things that needs to be done is government needs to recognize these products so that they can be used in parking lots. Instead of putting in a pond that'll hold water and let it out of a small drain pipe over days, this type product will alleviate you having to do a lot of those ponds and drainage storage areas.
Dealing with the Tarpon Rodeo Association, in meetings, they talked about using asphalt. And using asphalt with 500 to 600 cars parking in that area to come to the events, which is the oldest rodeo in the United States. It's been created since 1928. We come a long way to get the property and put this nice pavilion. But in the meantime, during the rodeos, the people were getting stuck in the mud and stuff like that. So we started looking at asphalt and cement, and then we came into the GrassGuard between the prices and the little budget that we had. It was 3 times cheaper than the asphalt, measuring, put about 500 to 600 cars. Now that since we put the GrassGuard, the drainage, it just seeps through the ground, it makes the grass grow, and it's no more drainage problems.
Available in various thicknesses to meet specific project needs, GrassGuard uses recycled waste products to protect the natural state of areas throughout the country.
One of the things that I've recognized with GrassGuard is that they have different products. If you're going to have trucks and cars running on it and moving a lot. It has a grid under it. It's closest to asphalt or concrete. And then there's a product that if you just have minimal exposure to vehicular traffic, you can put it down and it's a lot cheaper. And they even have a product to use on walking surfaces that can be used in lieu of a sidewalk, for example, that the grass would grow through, mat on top of, and it would be exactly like a walkway, except it'd be green. So one of the big things this product does is it's green.
GrassGuard continues on its mission to turn empty lots and temporary parking sites back to their green state.
If you go to a shopping mall, look at the number of parking spaces and what percentage are used on a daily basis. It's a very small percentage. Overall, you might see that parking lot full on Black Friday or holidays or special sales. But for the majority of the year, it's not being used. We could take GrassGuard and we could turn that existing impervious surface into a pervious surface. We could remove that asphalt, move that concrete that would only be used for those special events as overflow parking. It would reduce the heat island effect, it would keep it cooler, and it would help bring it back to its natural state.
For more information, visit grassguard.biz.